Welcome back to the FanSpeak Network and another episode of Sibling Showdown. This is, of course, the Underdog Draft Edition, and each and every week we do an Underdog Battle Royale draft. So we will, of course, be drafting the Underdog Battle Royale for week 16, which I cannot believe. We'll also just briefly talk about basketball quarterfinals and, getting through that to move some teams on to semifinals, which was wild. I'm joined by my brother each and every week, Steve. Follow him at Steve Speak on Twitter. But Steve, I know we both endured a lot of phone calls this week, but last night, we both endured a bit of a rough quarterfinals because a lot of our guys were out, just absolutely ruled out, like Brian Robinson, Tyreek Hill, Josh Jacobs, Keenan Allen, the list goes on. And we're not talking like little names here. These were not like 18th round draft picks. So it was really tough sledding from the jump. And then we had a lot of underperformers because you and I are highly exposed to Dallas and Washington and, the Charger. I mean, I think you are too. The Chargers. It's just so many disappointing performances, especially Dallas sticks out obviously the most. With that said, we still, have teams going on to the best ball semifinals, which is tough. Tom Strachan did a great tweet thread today about how hard best ball is, but it's still a super, super, super fun format that is super exciting. It makes for literally the craziest 3-week sweat. It's hard, but it's fun and exciting. And we are moving on. I'm moving 6 teams on to the semifinals. 2 in the Best Ball Mania, which I had 50 total drafts in. You were moving a total of 12 drafts on both Underdog and DraftKings, and 3 in the DraftKings Millie Maker. So we both have some in the flagship tournaments, which is exciting, and then some other ones too. So that's the update. Tell me how you're feeling. I mean, I'm emotionally exhausted. Tell me how you're feeling after that, and what you thought of the whole quarterfinals experience.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a rough quarterfinals week, just given we had such strong advance rates and so many combined teams, but really saw them whittle down, just given, like you said, the injuries and the teams that we were highest exposed on that really needed to spike. Buffalo being another one that you didn't mention, just really, really failing. And then guys who got injured.
Yeah, because it wasn't, by the way, I didn't have a high James Cook because he obviously spiked.
Yeah, but not Allen, not Diggs, not Kincaid and Davis. So, the passing attack. So, and then the other thing was injuries in game, like Chase or, guys like that. So it was just rough across the board. So, but we still got teams through, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
And hopefully we just get a little lucky to
better variance this week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what best ball. It's so weird, right? You fall in love with some of these teams, like, oh, this is well built, and I like that has this many of this team, or these stacks for week 17, or what. You kind of fall in love with these teams, and ultimately, it's like kind of like the real NFL. It may not be the teams you expect to make it, far, and you just each week you're rooting on different things, and that's what again makes it so unique as a format and such a fun sweat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So who would you say you're highest exposed to with your 12 teams less, whether it's a player or a team? For me, it's the Lions still. I mean, obviously the Lions overall did very well on Saturday night. That was amazing. Sam Laporta 3 touchdowns. I love you. 5 touchdowns for Goff. Amazing. So for me, it's the Lions that I have. And then, I mean, I certainly, again, I need to look and see like the pieces around the Lions, but it's the Lions for me. How about you, or just players?
Yeah, no, I mean, Lions guys for sure. I still have some Cowboys in there as well. Still have definitely a few, like Bills guys, Kincaid, who I do know is a little banged up. So, we'll have to see what the injury reports bring us this week. That's for sure.
Hopefully the injury reports are injury gods and injury reports are a little kinder to us, and variance breaks a little better. But anyway, so on to semifinals. That's our update, and now we're going to bring over Underdog, which was basically what we were talking about, and we are going to talk Battle Royale. If you are new to Underdog, have not subscribed yet, be sure to use code. I was finding it. The code FanSpeak. If you use code FanSpeak on Underdog, you get 100% deposit bonus up to $100. what's great now, you can obviously do these battle royales, these weekly competitions, but also playoff best ball is live, like literally live now, as in you can draft playoff best ball, obviously now through when the playoffs start. So that's something to consider. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to the FanSpeak Network. So, when we go live, all our stuff is free on FanSpeak. So check out fanspeak.com. Steve will have Underdog Battle Royale rankings up for week 16. So with that, I am going to jump us in here and we'll see where we are at. Looks like I was the last one in, so we will get started here soon. Yep, last one in. Draft starts in a minute. We are pick number 3. Of course, 3 out of 6. Snake draft, 6 rounds, quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, tight end and flex. You are starting and you're just drafting starters. So with that said, obviously, this is kind of my first look at week 16, to be quite honest, Steve. So, with 30 seconds left, I can obviously tell that obviously Miami, Dallas is kind of going to be the marquee game on the main slate. Because remember, we have we have a Thursday, 2 Saturday games, and what is it? Then this
3
is
games on Christmas Day.
3 days on Christmas Day. Yes, thank you. 3 games on Christmas Day. So very unique here. So for the Sunday slate, main slate here, Miami Dallas is, and then obviously I like the Minnesota Detroit game. Kind of looking at everybody here, anybody that teams or players or stacks that stick out to you, and then we'll be on the clock in 2. And who are you like for the first pick?
Yeah.
One.
The 1-1 I think is Tyreek or Lamb.
We'll
Tyreek has been matchup prone. Sounds like he's going to be back. Lamb,
we got Dallas. Him. Yeah. So it went. I'll pull this up as we have a little break now. So sorry, that was kind of fast and furious to get started there, but it went Tyreek, Rachaad White, Lamb, Justin Jefferson.
And I do like White as a top back this week for sure.
Do you? Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
But there are some good backs.
So obviously you like the Miami Dallas game. Any other Dallas or games you're drawn to before we talk about just specific
the
players?
The interesting one to me is the Jaguars game, Tampa. Jags game.
Okay.
We don't know about Lawrence though, but Tampa has been terrible against the pass all year. So this could be a huge Ridley game, especially with Zay Jones out. He's still getting targets. He got 12 targets last week.
It did get a touchdown. It just wasn't ruled a touchdown.
Counted. But so let's see. What do we have coming up here?
Oh yeah, sorry. We're turning the corner here. We are 2 picks away.
I would take Laporta.
Okay, it sounds. I'm not going to question that. And then we'll be back up. So we're at 2, 10, and 15. So I queued up Laporta. I think that makes sense. Is he the top tight end ranked? I don't think a tight end's. Yeah. So I think it makes sense to get the top tight end in another marquee game. You definitely have Hawkinson McBride too.
You can take Dak also for the stack. But
yeah. You want to go Laporta first or Dak? Hopefully we can get both, but
yeah, it's gonna be tough at the 3, 3. But I'd say Laporta.
Okay, so they went Fields. With ADP, you never know. Dak's the next one up. I don't know. What do you think, Steve? Do you think?
I say Laporta.
Okay, you think get the highest tight end, and then we'll see. We're up in. Okay, so Gibbs went. They don't have quarterbacks yet, so they could go Dak. If they don't go Dak, nope, they went Dak.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you want to take Tua and pick up another Miami? Nope, they took Waddle. Or just
look at running backs.
Yeah, so we got Pollard, Breece Hall
against Breece Hall.
Yeah, Breece Hall against us. We were Washington fans, obviously, if you didn't know. And we know that receivers destroy our secondary, but running backs also just destroy our defense.
Especially running backs who catch the ball.
Yeah, like Kyren Williams had a great week last week. So
yeah, and it wasn't even through the air, but Kenneth Walker, Saquon, any running back, doesn't matter whose quarterback is, doesn't matter the situation. Pollard had one of his best games of the year against us.
Yeah,
it just does not matter.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a quick look. So we got Lamb in the first round, Laporta, Breece Hall, We'll be up at 22 and 27. I think we kind of want to be thinking about, yes, what other running backs are there, but we don't want to let QB get too away from us. I mean, I would queue up Goff, obviously indoors, since we already have Laporta, unless you wanted to go to yeah, you like Goff the best? Okay. Yeah. I say we just grab him here, because unless something really massively sticks out to you at the running back or receiver. I mean, I'll queue up Ridley, just because I worry about what happened with Dak. It says the ADP, he maybe should be there, but again, the ADP, it's the Wild West. Sure. You just go get it. So if this person has a quarterback, so we should be good. We will take Goff stacked with Laporta. And then do you want to take Ridley coming up, or is there another? So we'll have two more picks. So we have 1-1-1-1. So we'll be up at 27 and 34 and essentially need a running back and receiver, or two receivers that really stood out. Yeah. So take a quick look. Here's just a running back situation. I say Ridley, but let me
take Ridley. Okay.
Ridley. Sounds good.
Because honestly, even if it is, that they're he peppered Ridley, some, when he had to fill in at the end of the one game, and I just think they'd have.
Oh, I like this. So I like this a lot. We got the Detroit stack. You got Lamb in that high total, hopefully a bounce back spot for him. Ridley in an awesome matchup, and Breece Hall in an awesome matchup. Woo! I like the start. Okay, let's not mess this up. Backs. Yeah. So Bijan
would be the stud.
I can't touch it, Arthur Smith. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. And nor can clearly anybody else. That was egregious what happened last week.
It was also a monsoon. He's playing back in a dome.
They did not give him snaps, Steve.
I know.
But the monsoon, that's what I mean. I don't think it's a monsoon. I think the monsoon is Arthur Smith. He's a mess. He's an absolute mess.
I mean, the other thing would be Ty Chandler.
Oh, that's a kind of fun run back. I mean, I know we're kind of going down there, but like that could be interesting because Ty Chandler might not be drafted in every draft, which is kind of interesting. Is there any of these receivers before we go that really stand out?
No, we just don't know their health. And
okay. I just wanted to scroll down real quick. Okay. All right. So Ty Chandler is at just 17 seconds. Just want to make sure over Montgomery, that's kind of in this. It really doesn't make sense to stack up like that. So you Ty Chandler over all these other backs.
Yeah.
Even over Henry?
I mean, Henry's definitely interesting, but I think Chandler makes more sense.
He was explosive.
Yeah. He's extremely explosive.
It makes you wonder why they didn't give more of a look at him earlier in the season. But we see that a lot with, obviously, these young guys. Okay, so let me go back to it here. So our team is Jared Goff, Breece Hall, Ty Chandler, CeeDee Lamb, Calvin Ridley, and Sam Laporta. Again, actually, no, I was going to bring up the board, but no, let's just talk about it really quick. Again, we got the line stack that we wanted. I mean, you don't have to force a run back, but we did get the run back with Ty Chandler, Breece Hall in an excellent matchup, Lamb in a great bounce back spot, Calvin Ridley in an awesome matchup. I think we did a good job of targeting both kind of matchups, high totals, good, usage, that kind of stuff, a combination of all. I really love this draft. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, we know Goff obviously plays better in a dome. Minnesota is in a dome. It's a big game. It really is. Minnesota. Yeah. Detroit's playing for seeding. Minnesota's playing for a lot also. So it's a big game. I expect both teams to bring their A game and Chandler to be highly involved. Kevin O'Connell has basically said that he's going to be featured going forward. I expect him to be involved in the passing game, the running game. And, Lions defense is definitely susceptible. I mean, you have to rely on Mullins to move the ball enough, but, he was fine. He had some bad turnovers, but he was fine overall. And,
besides the turnovers, I thought he looked pretty decent.
From, Breece Hall, I know last week was ugly against Miami, but, we saw the week before against Houston just how explosive, how incredible this guy can be. Washington's defense has just been an absolute mess all year. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm super happy with our draft, and to me, this is my literally very first look. So again, this slate is unique with, more island games and kind of the slate more condensed, but I think it makes it fun. And of course, Underdog has offerings for, the the Saturday only or Christmas only and stuff like that. So check those out too, because they're a lot of fun too, even shorter drafts, I believe. So so this has been fun, Steve. Our first look. Be sure to check out Steve's rankings on fanspeak.com. He'll have those up shortly, and be sure to like and subscribe on your way out. Follow along our best ball process as we'll be sweating out. If you're still in any best ball tournaments, good luck to you. And thank you so much for joining us. For Steve, I'm Meg, and we will see you next time.